Nick Weiler has it on the tee for Carolina. Henderson, the top kick return specialist in the ACC, number 2 in the country, will field it about a yard deep in the end zone. Henderson coming out, he's to the 20, the 25, and down at the 27-yard line. Nathan Peterman, 6'2", 225-pound, fifth-year senior from Jacksonville. Transfer from Tennessee. So he's in his second year as the Panthers starter. Pitt offensive coordinator Matt Canada wants him to manage the offense, pick his spots. He's not asked to win the game.
Game manager's perfect, well put. Clay, they don't throw the football a lot. They want to run it 65% of the time, take the air out of the football and set him up, play action, bootlegs to give him an opportunity to have success.
He'll throw it on first down. It's James Conner out of the backfield. It's a big play for a first down and more. Out across the 45-yard line, steps out at the 47. James Conner, he's going to be one of our impact players today, Dustin.
He runs with such physicality, and he has deceptive speed. He's really worked on catching the football. He's added that to his repertoire, and Audrey Henderson does a little bit of everything. The kick returner, you see him in jet motion, catching the ball in the backfield. And watch out today for Naz Jones, the big defensive tackle, a penetrator, and Andre Smith, the headliner at linebacker there, all over the football field for this Carolina defense.
There's Jones. Missed last week with a concussion for North Carolina. This will be Jordan Whitehead, the first carry of the game for Pitt. He is a safety who has a package of plays on offense. We were told to expect to see him maybe between 5 and 10 plays on offense today.
Dynamic, explosive, probably their best athlete on the football field. Just trying to get good players on the field for this Pittsburgh offense.
Pitt moving the ball into North Carolina territory. Again, this defense really needs a good game for the Tar Heels. Second down and 2. Peterman looks right, throws left. Caught by Henderson. Battling toward the first down marker. He's not going to get there. About a yard and a half short. Andre Smith, very tough middle linebacker, knocks him out.
This is a perfect opportunity right here, Clay. Third and short. They're right where they want to be, in front of the chains. Third one. This is Pat Narduzzi, this offense, exactly what they're drawing up. You got to think it's going to the big man, James Conner, on a big 3rd and 1 to start this football game.
How about that, Bill? We talked about Pitt's running. We've seen some passing, though, here early. Aston and Conner in the backfield. It will be Conner straight ahead. And it looks like he's got it. First down, Pitt. What a story James Conner has been. Battling a severe knee injury and cancer in the last 12 months.
One of the best stories in all of college football. I mean, when you go back to last season, tears his MCL in the season opener against Youngstown State. Then he is diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma, fights back, and he's out here, and he's not just playing. He looks like the same guy he was as a sophomore when he was the ACC Offensive Player of the Year.
No doubt. He's starting to regain his form. They fake it to him. Peterman backpedaling, dumps it off to Conner. Stiff arm, gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. There is a marker down on the play. Cole Holcomb, the weak side linebacker, made the tackle.
69 offense, 10-yard penalty, first down.
On the road, Pat Narduzzi said we have to clean up the penalties. They've had 18 in the last 2 games.
Especially up being on the road, you can't do that. The inside there. The freshman who's getting his first start, Aaron Crawford, gets held. See him get the hand outside the shoulder frame. Referee's going to call that every time. Like the play design, though, in the throwback screen to James Conner, getting him touches, getting him involved.
Jet sweep. And Pitt does this a ton. Maurice French with the carry. And that's a gain of 6. That jet sweep, as you talked about, it's produced 200 yards of rushing already this season.
It's misdirection. It's eye candy. Most of the offensive line is going to zone one way. You've got a guy coming in motion coming the other way. They get a couple of blockers out front, and they give it. Biggest key for a defense, eye discipline. Believe in your key and hit it downhill. If you start looking, you start guessing, you're going to be out of place, and that's where they're going to gash you.
Second down and 14, opening series for the Panthers. Here's Peterman looking, stepping up, hit, and down. Mikey Bart, he led the team in sacks last year. And it's going to be 3rd down and long.
Good coverage out there. Nowhere for Peterman to go with the football. Mikey Bart gets home to the quarterback. 3rd and long. Not where Pitt wants to be right here. You know, Peterman doesn't take many chances down the field in tight windows. And again, this is not the way Pittsburgh has it scripted. Gene Chizik, known to come after quarterbacks on 3rd down situations. Have to imagine he's going to bring some pressure here.
Pitt very challenged on the outside with receivers. Peterman had it tipped in the secondary, incomplete. Cole Holcomb got a hand on it. 4th down. And Pitt, even though they get it into Carolina territory, they're going to have to punt. And Gene Chizik, the defensive coordinator for North Carolina, has to feel good about his team getting off the field without allowing points. They did not look good against James Madison last week.
First 3 possessions last week against James Madison. 3 James Madison touchdowns. Great start for the Carolina defense.
Ryan Switzer, 7 career punt return touchdowns. Back to return this kick from Ryan Winslow from the 11. Look out. Penalty flags down. Switzer has a blocker. He is gone. But there are markers all over the field. If this stands, it ties an NCAA record. Well, let's see what these markers are about. Now this is coming back.
During the kick, holding number 17. That penalty being enforced from the end of the kick, 10 yards. 1st down, the receiving team.
Anthony Ratliff-Williams with the penalty. Well, it would have been history.
Yeah.
But it comes back. Well, we've had some excitement so far. Scoreless. Pitt had to kick.
Well, here's the culprit right here, Mr. Ratliff. As we take a look at him, gets outside the framework. Might get 2 for a takedown in wrestling, but around here, that's a holding penalty every time, Clay.
89-yard punt return by Switzer, which would have tied an NCAA record for career punt return touchdowns. Called back. But, you know, we're going to see Ryan Switzer more in this game. Something tells me we could still see history before this day is over.
With Ryan Switzer, Audrey Henderson, TJ Logan, the kick returner for North Carolina, all these guys capable of having big plays in the return game today.
Redshirt junior Mitch Trubisky out of the shotgun will hand off to the aforementioned Ryan Switzer. He's dumped in the end zone. But they're going to mark him out at the half-yard line. Boy, Carolina nearly had a safety. Juan Price with the tackle.
Juan Price leads the ACC in sacks and tackles for loss. Has been a disruptive force off the edge. Got a great first step. See the tackle try to reach him, comes inside of it, makes the play. Heads up play by Ryan Switzer just to get the ball out of the end zone.
Running on the field. It's the runner extending the ball into the field of play, not resulting in a safety. That play is under review.
And it clearly looked like that's what Switzer did. That's how it was ruled on the field. We're going to look at it again. Boy, this guy, early candidate for ACC Defensive Player of the Year, Juan Price, nearly cost North Carolina 2 points with that tackle. But how about Switzer getting that football out?
Heads up play right there by Ryan Switzer. Tell you what, Juan Price jumps off the screen at me when I watch him on the tape. He'll line up wide, that 9 technique. His first step, his get off. He beats a lot of tackles out of their stance.
After review, the runner did not extend the entire ball out of the end zone. Therefore, the play results in a safety. 2 points. North Carolina will free kick from their 20-yard line.
It is 2 points. Boy, it looked like he got it out, but
We're saying the tail of the football was on this side of the goal line. Results in a safety, and Juan Price takes him one play to make his presence known here today. I'll tell you what, the offensive tackle for Carolina, John Heck,
it's
gonna have
clear.
it is clear. Gonna have his hands full all day with Juan Price. Good call by the official. Good job by replay getting that one right. You go back to the penalty on the punt, Clay. You think about how quickly this game has changed. You go from feeling like you're up 7-0 to now you're down 2-0. Big momentum switch there from that punt return. And then obviously the big play by Juan Price to cause a safety.
Juan Price leads the ACC in forced fumbles, sacks, tackles for loss. And Larry Fedora's team down 2-0. You know, he talked about how the penalties have been such a problem the first 3 games, 29 in total. They took 10 last week. You mentioned the penalty on the punt. How it comes back to haunt Carolina here early.
It's a 9-point swing. You know, it's going to drive Larry Fedora crazy. Got to keep your hands inside the framework. And it wasn't a block that sprung the run. It was away from the ball, didn't have a whole lot of impact. You got to be smarter than that. You can't allow yourself to get unnecessary penalties that are going to negate big plays. And we've already seen that here in the opening 5 minutes of this contest.
Audrey Henderson back to return this free kick from Nick Weiler. Weiler will put it on the tee. Fields it at the 12. To the middle of the field, finds a seam momentarily, gets across the 25 down, just short of the 27-yard line.
Surprised we didn't see Audrey Henderson let that go. I'm sure he's the type of guy, aggressive, wants the ball in his hands. He gets an opportunity, he's going to take it, but might have cost him 9 yards there. That ball goes out of bounds. They got much better field position than what they end up with.
This is good for Pitt. They've got a lead. They've settled into this game. Peterman will start the second series. They want to control the pace of the game, keep Carolina's offense off the field. How about that help from the defense?
A lot of motions, wide trades today for this Pittsburgh offense.
This is Audrey Henderson. Good run, first down and more to the 43. And Holcomb with the tackle. I mean, Henderson is handy as a shirt pocket. He can do just about everything for this team.
Any way they can get Audrey Henderson the football they're going to. And you'll see the tight end, the wing come across. Great block right there by 35, George Aston, to spring the run there by Audrey Henderson.
And a couple of touchdowns last week at Oklahoma State. Out of the eye, it's James Conner to run straight ahead. Picks up 2. And Tyler Powell makes the tackle. And Powell, who missed 2 games for personal reasons, getting the start today at defensive end. It looks like he got banged up on that play.
Gene Chizik really challenged his defensive line coming into this game. Didn't like the physicality they played with. Said they had a great week of practice. Expects a lot of them here today.
There's Henderson in motion. You see that a ton. Handoff to the big fullback, George Aston, but North Carolina was ready for it.
An opportunity right here. Show him blitz. Looks like they want to put some pressure on Peterman.
We need the 48 of North Carolina. Peterman has time. Has a receiver wide open. It's caught by Trey Tipton, who had his first 3 career catches last week. Narduzzi was impressed. He said we're going to see more of him this week. First down.
Veteran Pittsburgh offensive line. Nice job here at pass protection. Giving Peterman plenty of time to throw the football, survey the field, and find his outlet receiver Trey Tipton. Inside receiver just running out, wide open out there on the sidelines.
And they'll run it again. It's Connor. They'll pluck ahead for a couple more yards. And we said it before, Dusty. It's not like they can't pass. It's just hard for Pitt to pass. They've got a lack of experience and depth at wide receiver. Tyler Boyd, he's in the NFL now. And their most experienced wide receiver, Dantes Ford, suffered a broken collarbone in week 2 against Penn State. So they're limited out there. They're looking for guys to step up. We saw Tipton make a first down catch. Other guys got to do the same.
You're right, but it's not who they want to be. I mean, Pat Narduzzi wants us to be a running football team.
And they do that here. Shantez Moss, true freshman running back. Number 4 on the depth chart at that position. Brought down by Andre Smith.
We talked about Andre Smith earlier as impact players. It's an outstanding sophomore linebacker. Uses his hands here to play the cut block, and you see him right there. Stay on his feet. Makes a nice open field tackle on second down.
3rd down and 3.
Playbook's wide open right here. They can run it. They can play action. They like the boot game to get Peterman outside the pocket. They're going to go empty.
Trips to the left. Peterman looking that way. Cocks his arm. Fires another first down reception. Arujo Lopes makes the catch, and it's a first down for the sophomore from Kissimmee. It's a gain of 7 from the 29-yard line.
Put a lot of trust in the quarterback play. Oh, empty right there on 3rd and short.
Gene Chizik cut North Carolina's points allowed per game by more than 2 touchdowns in his first season last year, but he has been unsatisfied with this group through the first few weeks. On first down, it's Connor again. Nice run. Chizik talked a lot about accountability, Dusty, and how he's been trying to get this defensive unit to buy in.
Pulls them in, puts the film on, and he asks them, is this what we expect? Is this what you want people to look at when you play? Holds everybody accountable on this team going back to last season. Between coaches, players, all of them said the same thing. Gene Chizik has brought a level of accountability, and he sure is holding that standard here so far this year.
Henderson again. Tried to cut it up, but he is cut off by Dominique Green, the free safety. No gain.
Nice job coming downhill by this free safety. Makes a good tackle right there on Audrey Henderson out in space. But this is right where they want to be, Clay. 3rd, very manageable situation. Again, the playbook wide open. We've seen them now really put it on the arm of Nathan Peterman, showing some trust in him. So if you're a Carolina defense, you're kind of on your heels right here. Playbook's wide open right now for the Pittsburgh Panthers.
They've converted 3 out of 4 on 3rd down so far today. Last week they were awful, 4 of 18 at Oklahoma State. Peterman rolling out, wants to throw, does on the run. What a catch by Tipton. And it's a first down to the 15-yard line. Tipton lunging out to make that catch and help out his quarterback.
Offensive coordinator Coach Canada helping his quarterback out, rolling the pocket all the way to the right, and Trey Tipton did a nice job using his hands to catch the football, bring it in, and secured the first down for Pitt.
11th play of the drive coming up. And on first down, what they want to do so often, they run it. And Connor will be bumped out for a short gain, maybe a yard. Coming up tonight on ABC, Heisman contender Christian McCaffrey of number 7 Stanford. Battle 2-1 UCLA. This will be a big game for McCaffrey's Heisman push. You think about that 8 Eastern kickoff, so many Pac-12 games start so late that the whole country doesn't get to see it. Well, people will be watching him tonight.
A lot of eyeballs set on that ball game. And how about Josh Rosen? He's going to have to step up and be the guy people thought he was last year. 4 touchdowns, 4 interceptions.
Oh, high snap over Peterman. He's got a chase. Picks it up at the 43-yard line and falls down. Alex Officer, the center, sent it sky high over Peterman. It's a loss of 28 yards.
Big mistake right there. You're right, sky high, way over Peterman's head. And that's Alex Officer. 26 starts, a veteran center. Really one of the key pieces in that offensive lines. Just snaps it well over his head. Oh, it's a costly mistake right there, partner.
Now 3rd and 36. And it's Shantez Moss who'll get a chunk of it back, but 4th down as MJ Stewart makes the tackle. Chris Blewett is the field goal kicker. Veteran, off to a slow start. 1 for 4 on the year with a long of 48 yards. This is going to be a 50-yard attempt as they try to salvage something on this drive. Out of the hold of Ryan Winslow. He got it! A 50-yard blast by Chris Blewett. And Pat Narduzzi, who'd been a little skeptical about the way his veteran kicker had been booting the ball, has to feel good about that. It's now 5-0.
Narduzzi likes it. It's good with an early lead.
And Pat Narduzzi has to be upset. It was 3rd and short. Then that snap goes over Peterman's head. But they do get points on the drive.
That's the saving grace. You get the field goal, the big field goal by Blewett, but man, a missed opportunity right there by the Pitt offense. A Pitt offense and inside the red zone, 11 of 12 touchdowns when they've had the opportunity.
Great start for Pitt here on the road. A safety and a field goal as TJ Logan takes a knee. Carolina will start at the 25 when we come back with 2:16 to go in the opening quarter. Welcome back to Chapel Hill, this ACC Coastal Division battle, and it's been a great start for Pittsburgh. The safety by Juan Price. Just one play so far in the first quarter for North Carolina.
Talk about controlling the pace of this game. We've talked about it. Pittsburgh almost 10 minutes time possession so far early on in this game.
Carolina offense will try again. Trubisky setting up the throw, backpedaling at the 15-yard line, throws it to the outside, caught at the 32 by Bug Howard. It's a pickup of 8 yards. This offense 2 years ago, almost 80 snaps per game, very up-tempo. 2 years later, it's not quite as fast. This is Elijah Hood, that big bruising running back, will get the first down. First team all-conference a year ago after Lambos makes the tackle.
Well, you know, what they want to do here is quality over quantity. They want the best plays, that they're in the best position where they can be efficient, and it's a big plays down the field.
Running play again. And ball comes out. Pitt says they have it. Elijah Hood lost it, and Pitt takes over. The 9th takeaway this year by the Panthers defense. It's Salim Brightwell on the recovery.
Juan Price, first man on the tackle, and Jordan Whitehead, the safety, comes down, delivers a punishing blow on Hood. Ball comes out, and Pittsburgh, 3 plays on defense, and already 2 huge impactful plays. Great job right there by Price, getting on the tackle, and Whitehead coming in, finishing him off, and jarring that ball loose.
10th best run defense in the country.
They're aggressive, they're physical, and you can see fierce at the point of attack.
The 2 running plays that we have seen North Carolina have mistakes on. Real turning points in this first half so far. Audrey Henderson to catch there, steps out of bounds inside the 35-yard line, out at the 34.
I like what they're doing with Peterman. Rolling the pocket, getting him outside. He's got run pass options and continues to find open targets down the football field.
Well, this is just an awful start for Larry Fedora's bunch. His offense can't get on the field and get any traction.
Needs his defense to step up and come up with a stop right here.
Darren Hall goes in motion. And a run play for Pitt. 2 yards short. 3rd and 2 coming up as Mikey Bart makes the stop for Carolina. Now this defense has to be gassed.
The heat, all these plays, like, come on, offense. We need some rest over here, no question. Body blows here early on by the Pitt offense. That North Carolina defense been out there almost the duration of this opening quarter. Once again, Pitt right where they want to be, Clay, 3rd and short.
Going on 14 minutes time of possession here for Pitt. They average over 34 minutes per game. That's 16th best in the country. Play fake. Peterman dumps it out short. That's Aston in the flat. And the fullback is going to be very close to a first down. Looks like he got a good spot. First down, Pitt.
Once again, they allow Peterman just a play action pass, hit the fullback out of the backfield, out in the flat. It's just enough for the first down and move the chains once again.
They didn't get the playoff. That's the end of the first quarter. What a 15-minute stretch for Pitt on the road. Since joining the ACC in 2013, Carolina's the only team in the Coastal they haven't beaten. 0-3 against the Heels, but they lead 5-0 after one. An amazing first quarter for Pitt. With that said, they only lead 5-0. Time of possession, 14.5 minutes for Pitt. Switzer got it out of the end zone. It appeared it was ruled a safety, and then a turnover by Elijah Hood. So things not going well for Carolina, making mistakes, and Pitt just dominating the time of possession.
Pat Narduzzi couldn't have drawn up the opening quarter any better. Completely dominate the opening frame. Aside from a snap over the head of the quarterback, Nathan Peterman, picture-perfect opening quarter for Pitt as they sit here looking to increase their lead to start the second quarter. An important drive right here. They come away with points after the turnover.
Here's Darren Hall. Just like his head coach, he's from Youngstown, Ohio. Driven back hard by Aaron Crawford, who is the starting defensive tackle. Jalen Dalton, who got a couple of personal foul penalties last week for Carolina, demoted. Shook up that D-line a little bit, did Gene Chiswick. Trying to send a message to his guys. How did he say it again? Soft as butter. Soft as butter against James Madison.
Being a former defensive lineman, there's not a bigger insult for your coach to question your toughness and your physicality.
Another jet sweep, and it's Whitehead. And he'll get a handful. Let's get a studio update with Brendan for the first time.
Hey, Clay, Deshaun Kaiser ran for a touchdown, then he threw for a touchdown, and then Notre Dame kicked off to Sean Wilson. He took it 96 yards for the touchdown. So the Blue Devils hanging in with Notre Dame. It's a 14-7 game in the first quarter. Back to you, Clay.
It's been a tough start to the year for Notre Dame.
Tough loss in the opener against Texas, and I was very surprised last week. Michigan State rolled into South Bend and really beat them up on their home field.
Pitt, 3rd down and 3. Play fake. Peterman rolling out. Throws on the run. Good touch. Jamar Parrish. Going to mark him down inside the 1. A gain of 22. First down. Goal to go for Pitt as the tight end puts him on the doorstep.
Nathan Peterman, we've been talking about this all day. Great job rolling the pocket, getting him outside, giving him run pass options. Watch Peterman. Simple bootleg, he gets outside. He can easily run for this, but he squares his shoulders, he finds his man, and a big gain right there inside the Carolina 5. Nathan Peterman, man, came to play here today for Pitt.
He's averaging just 168 through the air per game. He's already to 78. This is Connor. Touchdown, Panthers. His 4th rushing touchdown of the year. And this place, at least the people wearing Carolina blue, they're in shock the way this has started.
Quiet crowd right here, not really understanding what they're looking at. James Conner takes it in. Just that's what he does. Lower the shoulder, find a way to get in the end zone.
And Blewett comes out for the extra point. James Conner, who's been in remission with Hodgkin's lymphoma since May, scores the touchdown, and it's 12-0.
Nathan Peterman getting outside the pocket, finding his target, Jamar Parrish. And how about James Conner? Bruising running back, fighting his way into the end zone.
Vikings without Adrian Peterson at Carolina this week.
Tough loss, tough place for Sam Bradford to go in there and try to get another win. Boy, he looked great in his debut against Green Bay.
Austin Prohl, of course, his dad, a great NFL veteran who's on the coaching staff at Carolina. This is TJ Logan on the return. Stopped short of the 10-yard line. The North Carolina offense has had 4 plays from scrimmage. 2 have been turnovers. One was the safety.
Not what they're looking for right here. Juan Price getting back there, penetrating, making a play. And you see the safety. Come in, Jordan Whitehead making the big hit on Elijah Hood. Puts the ball on the ground. They need some action out of their quarterback, Mitch Trubisky. Get this North Carolina high-powered offense starting to get rolling here in the second quarter.
471 yards per game is what this Carolina offense averages. At 11 so far. Switzer, though, he can make something happen in a hurry. To midfield, one man to beat. Down inside the 35. He is the big play guy for this offense. When they need a spark, that's who they go to.
An explosive playmaker, throw the bubble to him outside. He gets a block, and then it's just like a punt returner. Big play right there for the senior, Ryan Switzer.
Carolina going tempo now. They're trying to get this chains move, but now a timeout call by Pitt.
Timeout. Pittsburgh. First charge. Timeout.
Pat Narduzzi wants to settle the defense down after that big play. They've had the momentum right from the opening kick. He doesn't want to lose it now.
No, he doesn't. You know, pin him back inside the 10. Just a great job right here. And Ryan Switzer in the open field. Really nice block out there on the edge. And you see him make the move. Gets inside. And a big gain right there. Start to change the momentum of North Carolina.
Switzer, one of the best big play guys in the ACC. He had a 75-yard touchdown catch last week. This guy plays like he's got a chip on his shoulder. He's 5'10", 185. Can he make the NFL?
I think yes. With what he does, his versatility and the return game. And slot receivers, man, they are a prized possession. The National Football League does such a great job down there in space, finding a way to get open. You see him on the bubble, getting to the perimeter, making a big play, and he can also stretch you vertically from the slot position. So I say yes, this is a guy, not a high draft pick, but a guy that's definitely capable of making a roster.
First time in Pitt territory for the Heels. Trubisky fakes the handoff to Logan, steps up, lofts it toward Logan, can't make the catch. Penalty flag down. It appeared that there was some contact. Sean Idowu, the Sam linebacker, may have interfered with Logan. Or maybe it went the other way.
Pass interference. Offense.
Yeah.
Number 8. 15-yard penalty. First down.
It's on TJ Logan.
TJ Logan comes from the backfield. Quarterback Mitch Trubisky trying to hit him. Gets a little push off right there. We call that every time. But I'll tell you, take a look here at the tight end. It was just wide open. Mitch Trubisky never saw him. Wanted to go to his running back, and a push off makes it tough on North Carolina.
Well, another big play wiped out because of penalty for North Carolina. They go back to Logan. Remember that punt return, excuse me, by Switzer for a touchdown wiped out because of a block in the back.
Here we have another penalty. After they got something going with the big play from Ryan Switzer. Get way behind the chains. See TJ Logan out there trying to get him involved as a pass catcher here today.
Trubisky 4 for 4 passing to start. It's 22 straight completions going back to last game. That's a Carolina record. He's going to throw here too. Going deep. Has a man. It's Hollins. Yes, touchdown, Mac Hollins, the senior. And just like that, Carolina's back in this football game.
And Mac Hollins, he's their big play target, over 20 yards per catch. He's got that deceptive speed. A burner can just run past you. In the middle right there, nobody runs with him. The safety gets turned around, and Mitch Trubisky finds his home run target, Mac Hollins, for a big Carolina Tar Heels touchdown.
Getting our doozy. It doesn't take much to get under his skin. He was a great defensive coordinator for all those years under Mark D'Antonio. He takes mistakes on defense personally as Weiler comes on for the extra point. 3 plays, 91 yards, and a touchdown. There's a marker down on that extra point attempt. There's Jeff Flanagan.
There is no foul. For illegal substitution on the defense. The defense had 11 men on the field. The point is good.
I'll pick up the flag. Mac Hollins walked on a few years ago. He has turned in a fine career. And a touchdown pass from Trubisky. North Carolina's on the board.
They got to do a better job competing on the deep balls. They struggled last week against Oklahoma State. Time and time again, they threw it up, went down the football field, and you could tell right there. They go to TJ Logan, they go to Mac Hollins to get the big touchdown, challenging the back end of that Pitt defense.
Audrey Henderson back to return this kick for Pitt. It's going to go through the end zone.
Mac Hollins right here. The number 2 receiver is just going to run a go route. See the safety over the top. Terrace Webb goes to center field, completely loses track of Mac Hollins. Easy pitch and catch for Mitch Trubisky. And his go-to deep threat, Mac Hollins.
They allowed 540 passing by Mason Rudolph, the Oklahoma State quarterback, a Cowboys record. So this secondary for Pitt licking its wounds a little bit coming into this game. Now Nathan Peterman and the Panthers offense going back to work. This is Henderson again. Well, he's been active in this ball game so far. That's going to be a first down run.
Surprise, surprise, jet sweep once again. Finding a way to get Audrey Henderson the football out in space on the edge. Real key for North Carolina coming to the game. Set an edge, keep everything inside. Tar Heel defense not able to do it right there. Big gain on first down, moving the chains for Audrey Henderson.
I'll bet you a bottle of soda pop that this is a run play.
I don't know. Nathan Peterman, he's been on fire here so far early on in this football game.
Yeah, 8 of 9 throwing the football. Ah, I was wrong.
You owe me a pop.
Rolling out. Dumps it out short to Aston. It's complete, but it's not going to bear any fruit. It's Donnie Miles closes in quickly. It's a loss of 1. On first down, a couple of weeks ago against Penn State, they ran it 32 of 34 plays. Now, last week, they trailed most of the game to Oklahoma State, so they had to throw it a lot more on first down.
But now they're changing it up. And all it is simple play action bootleg. We're seeing them really roll the pocket quite a bit, get Peterman outside the pocket, open up the field, give him run pass options. And what that does, it keeps North Carolina on their heels. They're anticipating run, so they play action. And it really has been very beneficial early on for this Pitt offense.
The pass play, Peterman, the pressure, bearing down, got it out to Connor. Big play to the 40 30 of Carolina. Stiff arm inside the 30 and down at the 28 as Donnie Miles finally tracked him down. But James Conner, who tore his MCL in the season opener last year, a blessing in disguise because that's when the doctor's visits revealed the cancer. Healthy now, and he looks like he's back to 2014 shape.
Carolina brings a blitz from the field. They brought the corner. Nobody's there to cover James Conner. And a big game right there for the running back, who continues to get more and more involved in this passing game play. Such a productive player at the running back spot.
Darren Hall, his backup, gets it here. Lowers his head inside the 20, down at the 19. And second down and short. You know, but I think more on Fedora's mind right now is this defense. They were embarrassed last week, and it's had a hard time slowing the Pitt offense down so far. Aside from that opening series, well, they're kind of back to their old ways again.
They got him in 3rd and long in that opening series, able to get off the field. And since then, Pitt's been very balanced, a lot of success.
Handoff. Another first down for Pitt. It's Darren Hall.
A lot of success early on in the season for the A&M Aggies.
4th drive into Carolina territory. And on 3rd and short. Audrey Henderson. It's going to depend on the spot. I don't know if they got it on this one.
Use that.
Want to try to win your soda pop back, Clay?
4th down. Just short. It converted 6 of the first 8 3rd down plays. So now what does Pat Narduzzi do? Does he bring Blewett out, or does he go for it here?
Come on, you know what he's doing. The tough mindset, the physical running game that Pittsburgh has. He's going for this one. He's got a veteran offensive line. Bisnavati, left tackle. 3-year starter. Dorian Johnson, I think the best offensive lineman there at left guard. Alex Officer. Quality offensive line there for Pittsburgh. And you got a guy like James Conner in the backfield. It's go time.
Conner, the lone setback. 2 tight ends, and it's Peterman on the quarterback keeper, and he's got it. First down, Panthers. And the drive continues with 8:23 to go here before halftime.
That's what I would have done. I would have followed my left guard, Dorian Johnson, all ACC guard.
33rd career start for Johnson. Bisnavati making his 34th career start today. Eighth play of the drive. Peterman gives it to Conner. Lowers his shoulder, gets inside the 10. Miles another tackle. Not only are they running it on first down, but their productive first down run sure makes it easier on 2nd and 3rd down.
Stand in front of the chains. James Conner, it's like he seeks out defenders to punish, lowering the shoulder. A big productive gain there on first down.
See the number 7 carries, 23 yards, and a touchdown already. His 42nd career touchdown. Only Tony Dorsett has more at Pitt. Conner hit at the line of scrimmage and forced back. There's that Carolina defense coming up with a nice play. Good penetration, and Audrey Smith, the middle linebacker, along with Mikey Bart, making the stop. Smith has to come to the sideline. His helmet popped off.
Audrey Smith coming downhill. Big hit right there. Setting up 3rd and medium.
Audrey Smith, he'll hit you.
Yes,
he's just a sophomore, but he played a lot last year as a true freshman.
Say he's a knack linebacker. He's got a knack for being around the football and making plays.
There's another 3rd down, 3rd and 4. Tipton in motion. Peterman rolling to his left, pumps, and he's got the first down on the hoof. A heady play by the 5th-year senior transfer from Tennessee. First down, goal to go now for Pitt.
Again, move the pocket there. the offensive coordinator, Matt Canada, really done a nice job giving Nathan Peterman the run-pass option, and elects to use the legs and fight for another first down.
Another long, sustained drive by Pitt. This is play number 11. On the run, touchdown, George Aston, the fullback. And this Carolina defense continues to have issues stopping the run.
Yes, they do. Another misdirection right there. And this offense, talk about eye candy and so tough to read and react. This time it's the fullback who's in motion that they give it to. Man, very nice drive right there to answer the Carolina score by the Pitt offense.
Last year, Carolina ranked 121st against the run.
ESPNU College Football is brought to you by Prilosec OTC Frequent Heartburn Medicine.
The North Carolina basketball team, which won the ACC regular season and tournament, and finished as national runner-up last year, honored during the timeout. Yeah, Roy Williams, he's had gray hair for a long time, so you know that's. Notice that on him, but he really doesn't age.
No.
Looks the same. He nearly missed winning a 6th national championship last year. 19-7 Pitt, as we get an update from the studio. And Brendan.
Hey, Clay, in the SEC, Tennessee, of course, wants to snap the 11-game losing streak to Florida. Austin Appleby, the transfer from Purdue, he's already thrown for 2 touchdowns. It's 14-0 Florida on the road. Back to you.
Huh? Wow. Hey, in Knoxville?
Wow. We saw that team last week, partner. That Florida defense is salty, and Austin Appleby stepping in, making some plays.
Must be doing something right. Nick Del Rio out with a knee injury, suffered last week against North Texas. All right, this Carolina offense needs to get something going. Here's Ryan Switzer on the receiver screen, picking his way for a first down. Just short of the 40-yard line. Ryan Switzer, the team's leading receiver, picks up 12, and they'll move the chains.
Well, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Last series, big touchdown drive. They start out with a bubble to Ryan Switzer, go right back to it. Here to start this drive in the second quarter.
Trubisky 6 for 6 to start the day through the air. Here's Elijah Hood with a big hole up the middle. That's a gain of 7 or 8 on first down. Jordan Whitehead, Pitt's number 2 tackler, makes the stop. And look at this tempo. Here it comes. Well, there might have been movement on that left side for Carolina.
Caleb Peterson might have moved a bit early.
False start. Offense, number 70, 5-yard penalty, second down.
Perhaps moving a little too fast.
Yeah. Got in front of themselves right there. Talked about the Pitt veteran offensive line. 124 career starts for this North Carolina offensive line. And Caleb Peterson, the senior, very solid interior offensive lineman for the Hills.
Looking to throw again. Trubisky tucks and runs. He's got a first down and more into Pitt territory. He went into the sliding posture and was clobbered after he did, but they're not going to throw a penalty flag. Again, that tempo very fast here with the Tar Heels. Trubisky again. This time Whitehead ready for him. It's a 2-yard gain. Pat Narduzzi tried to recruit Mitch Trubisky to Michigan State when he was the defensive coordinator there and one of the top recruiters for Mark D'Antonio, but Trubisky liked this offense better.
Like the offense, like the school, he loves it here, and I think it really speaks to his character. Last season, when Marquise Williams was named the starter, didn't elect to transfer, stay right here in Chapel Hill.
So many guys do that now. Thomas Jackson, his 6th catch of the year, but just a yard gain on that play. Yeah, so many quarterbacks, if they're not the guy by their sophomore year, see you later.
Bye-bye. That's what's in vogue in college football right now.
To the outside, Trubisky a strike again. Jackson ducks a tackle and gets inside the 35. First down, North Carolina. That's a gain of 10.
Ball spotted at the 34-yard line. First down, Tar.
Well, they found some rhythm. Elijah Hood in the backfield. And a timeout called by the Tar Heels. First one used by Larry Fedora. It's that third down conversion just moments ago.
Mitch Trubisky finds Thomas Jackson out in the flat, makes a man miss, fights for a big first down.
Brandon Fitzgerald back in studio. Coming up on the ESPNU Halftime Report, Charles Arbuckle, Kevin Carter join me. Pittsburgh dominating the time of possession, a breakdown of the Panthers, an update on North Carolina's football recruiting, and also Christmas comes early for the Badgers, a big win in East Lansing. All that and more. Clay, see you soon.
Yeah, Pat Narduzzi's former team upset today by the Badgers. Now this Tar Heels offense has picked up the tempo, and it's starting to get Pitt on its heels. 4:11 to go here in the first half. That's Switzer again. And Carolina's in field goal range. Second down coming up. Chris Kapilovic, fifth year at North Carolina, promoted to offensive coordinator this year.
You know, they're multi-tempoed offense, but he said he'd like to see more tempo this week. He thought Pitt doesn't handle the tempo as well. Like to push them, see if he can get them tired, get something going offensively.
Elijah Hood in the flat. He is a good receiver, and he can really throw his body around. Terrish Webb got leveled. And they'll move the chains again. That's a gain of 9.
Wow, strong runner, powerful. You see him run through contact right there.
Hood. He's tackling a baby bull. There's a gain of 3 or 4 more. Listen to this last play.
Look at this. That's a cornerback coming up to make a play and not bringing enough to the table, Clay.
Elijah Hood is an animal in the weight room. He squats over 600 pounds. I wouldn't tackle this guy for all the tea in China. There's a man down for Pitt. It's defensive end Rory Blair. Blair, impressive story for Pitt. He had a stroke 4 years ago. It's affected his hearing, but not his play on the field. He wears hearing aids out there, and there's some communication difficulties that they get through by having the linebackers communicate defensive setups to him.
Yeah, you know, it's as he walks off the field, you know, Blair obviously dealt with a rough stroke, tough with communication, but credit him as well as credit these linebackers for being able to communicate, make things happen. He gets cut right here. Not exactly sure what part of his lower body is hurt. Good to see him walk off the field. Hopefully it's something he can shake off and return to the game.
Rory Blair has been starting because Dwayne Hendricks was lost for the year to a foot injury in the season opener. He had been the starter at that end. So he's off the field. It appears he's going to be okay. 10th play of this drive for North Carolina with 3:20 to go before half. Logan in the backfield. They fake it to him. Trubisky going to the end zone. Man wide open. It's Switzer. Touchdown Carolina. Now this offense has got it going.
Switzer right here, just a little corner route. But in the route, watch him with the head fake inside. He gets the safety in. And a great throw right there by Trubisky for the Carolina touchdown.
Now we'll see if that comes back to haunt North Carolina. They get nothing. Point after touchdown. Switzer, the big play man. And the lead is now 6 for Pitt. Well, North Carolina finding some offensive traction. Get another touchdown as Ryan Switzer smiling on the North Carolina sideline. And this Carolina team has been bringing smiles to hospital patients for years. Here's our AT&T Inside Access, a closer look at a great North Carolina tradition. Each Friday on the week of a UNC football game, the team plays at home. They make it a point to visit UNC hospitals. We spend time signing posters, posing for pictures, talking with the patients, especially the kids who are sick. And this is the 27th year that they've been making these visits prior to home games.
It's such a joy for those kids who are dealing with such a tough time. But I'll tell you, as a player, used to do that all the time. Very rewarding for those players as well.
Here's Audrey Henderson on the return for Pitt. Across the 25-yard line, down at the 26. 3 minutes left on the clock here before halftime. Pitt has dominated the time of possession. 21 minutes, 50 seconds so far.
To 5. How about that? That's just unbelievable. And you know what they've done? Methodical drives. They've just kind of worked their way down the field. Now the clock's against them a little bit. So we'll see if they put it up in the air and allow Nathan Peterman, who's had a nice day, try to take some shots and make some plays down the football field.
For this team, 3:06 might not be a lot of time. They do like to take their time working the offense. That's certainly going to help. A good run on first down. Darren Hall on the carry. Aside from the opening series for Pitt, which resulted in a punt, they've had a field goal and 2 touchdowns on the last 3 drives. 3 straight scoring drives for the Panthers.
Remember, the field goal drive is a snap over the head. It's a 3rd and 3, 4 down there inside the 20. They snap it over his head and really gets them in a 3rd and 36 situation where a field goal was the best case scenario. So a lot of production from this Pitt offense here in the first half.
Here's Maurice French, the freshman, on the jet sweep. And he's going to be cut down after a gain of 2. Dominique Green with a good open field tackle. And you think about Carolina, too, in this half, how they hurt themselves. The punt return called back because of a penalty. The safety tackled in the end zone, gave up 2.
Fumble by Elijah Hood.
Fumble by Elijah Hood. And then the 2-point conversion they just went for, which was failed. And it's
self-inflicted.
Been self-inflicted, shooting themselves in the foot.
And you know, Pittsburgh not in any hurry here, Clay. We're inside of 2 minutes and not moving with any pace.
Peterman rolling out, looking downfield, now trying to run for the first down, lunges ahead. It'll depend on the spot again. Looks like he got it. Been really impressed by Peterman here in the first half.
Good decisions. Run pass options a lot of the time. Keeping his eyes down the field, finding targets.
Now they're 8 of 11 converting on 3rd down.
North Carolina just can't get off the field. I'd say the biggest indicator for that, Clay, their 3rd manageable situations. How many 3rd and 4s, 3rd and 3s, 3rd and 2s, and Pittsburgh taking advantage in those situations today.
That's a deep handoff to Quadri Olison, who was the co-ACC Rookie of the Year last year with teammate Jordan Whitehead. 1,100 yards as a freshman last year. Of course, that was the year that Connor was out rehabbing the knee and fighting cancer.
Olison steps in, did a great job last season, over 1,100 yards. And I guess Pat Narduzzi feels good about the lead right here, Clay. Again, in no rush inside of a minute. Pittsburgh not going very quick at all.
Henderson. Ball comes out. Loose football recovered by North Carolina. Donnie Miles scoops it up. And there's 43 seconds on the clock. And for Carolina, that may be enough time for the quick strike offense.
Huge turnover right there. Stewart comes up from the nickel position. Job getting his hand on the football right there. And you see the scoop. All of a sudden, a new life with Donnie Mills coming up with the football for this Carolina football team a chance to take the lead, Clay, in a half that's been completely dominated, it feels like, by Pittsburgh. Here they're all in a situation to take the lead.
It could be Mikey Bart. There's Bart, Buford, Georgia. He's sitting up now. And walking off under his own power. He may have gotten kicked by his own teammate.
Like he took a foot there. In a bad place.
That's one way to say it. Keep an eye on number 6.
That's Smarts.
His feet. We rolled past it there. We didn't see it, but MJ Stewart got Mikey Bart in the midsection with his cleat.
You know, it's unfortunate for Pitt. It seemed like they were willing to take it into the half with the lead to prevent a negative play, a turnover from happening by putting it up in the air. They give it to the sure-handed Audrey Henderson, and credit MJ Stewart making a huge play right there to get the ball out. Give Carolina an opportunity here before the half to put more points on the board.
Trubisky 11 for 11 passing, 163 through the air. 2 touchdowns. He's in trouble here. Sacked at the 39-yard line. Try to Panthers come in and knock him down. Led by Avonte Maddox and Rory Blair, who apparently is okay after being shaken up on the last series. Timeout, Tar Heels. Week 3 Monday Night Football. It's a battle in the NFC South at the Superdome. Matt Ryan and the Falcons, Drew Brees and the Saints. 8:15 Eastern Time on ESPN. Falcons wide receiver Julio Jones expected to play despite the calf sprain. I'll tell you, the Saints snaked it a bit. 0-2, some close games, but they're 0-2.
Chance to win both of those games so far this year. The last place you want to be in the National Football League is 0-3 to start the season.
All right, you're Chris Kapilovic, offensive coordinator for North Carolina. How do you use these 34 seconds and 1 timeout remaining?
We know the Pitt defense has struggled in the back end of the defense, coming up with plays and making stops. You've got this talented wide receiving core in North Carolina, a quarterback in Mitch Trubisky who makes good decisions, you can throw the football. I'm attacking, Clay. I'm attacking. I'm trying to take my shots here with just over half a minute left in the half.
Remember, this isn't just a first-year starting quarterback. He's had a lot of playing time the last 2 years as a backup. He's a veteran. And he steps out of a tackle, got back to the line of scrimmage, and maybe a yard. Clock is running. And it's going to be 3rd down. And a timeout called, the last by North Carolina, with 26 seconds to go.
No shot taken there. They had Logan down here, set up the swing pass to the wide receiver. Receivers were blocking for the running back. It's one of those plays where the quarterback can look over and throw it out into the flats to his running back on the swing, or he can just tuck it and run. Trubisky thought he had daylight, tried to make a play. Nice job right there by the Pittsburgh defense, getting a hand on the leg and getting the stop. Audrey Henderson hoping his defense can come up with a stop. Takes a little bit of the pain off of the turnover. Doesn't turn into points.
Well, pregame during the Star-Spangled Banner, North Carolina sophomore Jerome Simpson led a group of about 20 protesters. Simpson, about 50 other protesters in the west end zone with their raised fists during the playing of the national anthem. Again, Charlotte, which is the hometown for a lot of these Carolina players, tense this week. Peaceful protests last night. 25 seconds to go. The outside, wide open, Bug Howard. And he's out of bounds, stopping the clock. First down, North Carolina, getting very close to Nick Weiler field goal range.
Another one of Trubisky's big targets. Bug Howard, big frame, 6'5", can just box guys out. Almost like a basketball player.
Trubisky to the end zone. Hollins is down. There's some hand fighting. Out of bounds. Avonte Maddox in the coverage. 12 seconds to go. That's the first incompletion for Trubisky today.
Little stutter go right there for Mac Hollins. He had the coverage beat on the smaller Avonte Maddox, who was taken advantage of a week ago. Pass sailed just a little bit on Trubisky. Hollins not able to get the foot down.
Trubisky completed his first 12 today. Pumps going to the end zone again. Again hand fighting. Hollins gets the flag this time. Avonte Maddox will be penalized.
This one's an out and up right here. He's going to run the out route.
It's number 14. 15-yard penalty. First down.
Avonte Maddox beat and clearly. Contact before the pass gets there. Starts contacting him right there at about the 8. Contact continues through the end zone. But that's a smart play by Maddox. Hey, he's beat on a play. A guy like Mac Hollins, he's got to find a way to make sure that the touchdown doesn't happen.
Nick Weiler, veteran kicker, 3 for 4 on attempts this year, a long of 49. This will be a relative chip shot for him, just 34 yards away. And the lead has been cut to 3. That's how the first half comes to an end. I think, Dusty, that Carolina could feel pretty good about being down just 3 after all of the things that went against them in the first half hour.
Much better second quarter, especially for the Carolina offense. Well, at least they get on the field. And you saw that Carolina defense come up with a big turnover.
19-16 at the half. Now Brendan and Kevin in the studio.
They play well offensively, and we're primed for an outstanding second half here in Chapel Hill.
North Carolina will have it to start, and they will start from the 25 as T.J. Logan takes a knee. Let's take a look at our Taco Bell game track. Look at that first quarter. No points, just the 1 first down. A couple of turnovers. Second quarter, though, they came alive. And the big play guys who you'd expect to come out for North Carolina showed up. Switzer, Hollins, Trubisky. Again, he was right on cue.
And, you know, we talked in the beginning of the game about the balance. And what do we know about Pat Narduzzi and his defense? They want to stop the run, and they've done that big time today, holding them just 25 yards in the first half. But the weapons for Mitch Trubisky have been potent for this Carolina Tar Heels offense.
I'll run it on first down. It's Elijah Hood with the carry. Shakir Soda, the defensive tackle, makes the stop. The run defense again for Pittsburgh has been very good this year, allowing 76 rushing yards per game coming in. And struggling against the pass. And we saw the pass hurt him in that second quarter. Draw play, Hood. Man, can't find anything. It's Soto again. They've got some run stoppers. Soto at defensive tackle, and Tyreek Jarrett, number 6, 6'3", 335 pounds. They got some big guys in. North Carolina 2 for 2 on third down. Third down's the money down. Looking Switzer's way, but Trubisky is sacked. Quentin Wirginis, the middle linebacker. Second sack of the game for the Panthers, and Carolina will have to punt.
The backup comes in, and just like we thought, Josh Conklin dials up a blitz. Good move right there by the linebacker. Get a big sack off the field. That's exactly what Pat Narduzzi and his defense wanted. Linebackers lined up outside, runs a text game with the defensive tackle, comes inside, gets the sack. Big time statement by this Pitt defense coming out of the half, Clay.
Tom Sheldon, the true freshman punter from Australia, his first kick of the game. Fair catch, Audrey Henderson at the 44-yard line. Good field position for Pitt to start the second half. We talked about how they lean on the run. 65% coming into the game. They run the football, but it was very balanced in the first half for the Panthers.
Ran it far more times than they threw it, but when they did put it up in the air, had a ton of success. And coming into it, we were talking about the balance of North Carolina. It's been the balance of Pittsburgh today, having success on the ground as well, success through the air with Nathan Peterman. And the biggest thing that they've done so well, Clay, stayed in front of the chains, giving themselves third manageable situations. 8 of 11 in that first half on third down.
A lot of pre-snap motion again. And it's Henderson on the jet sweep. First down and more into Carolina territory. To the 35-yard line. 21 yards on that sweep play.
Motions, shifts, eye candy. You see a couple of motions and Henderson coming across the formation. Nice job blocking out in front, giving him an alley for a big pickup on first down.
Henderson, a couple of rushing touchdowns last week. Also has a receiving touchdown this year. Inside handoff to Montez Moss, who's getting some work today. And you can see why they like this kid. That's great effort on that run. First down, Pittsburgh.
True freshman. Lower in the shoulder, big hole to run through, and he's not going to go down easy. Keeps the leg churning. Grinds out a couple more yards there at the end. Big hole right there opened up, Clay, by the Pittsburgh offensive line.
Rookie from Bedford, Ohio. Showing the toughness that the head coach certainly appreciates. Pat Narduzzi, also an Ohio native. Handoff. Moss spinning out of a tackle. Staying on his feet. He's nearly out of another one. Finally pulled down at the 13-yard line by Miles Dorn.
He doesn't go down easy, does he? Man, the true freshman keeping him churning. And you see him over here off the left side. Running behind that center, Alex Officer. And Dorian Johnson, look at the big hole. Dorian Johnson getting a nice seal there, opened up the hole. As he gets up to the second level, gets a block on Andre Smith.
Pitt has been in North Carolina territory in all 6 drives today, trying to capitalize here. Henderson on the jet sweep again, out inside the 5. 6th carry today for Henderson. Give him 11 on that run.
This direction continues. North Carolina defense been on the field a lot today. Second half just starting, but man, Pittsburgh making a statement with a big stop on defense to start. And here they are just grinding it out, driving down the field, all via the run here in the second half.
This drive started at the Pitt 44-yard line. First down, goal to go. Aston in motion. Handoff. They give it to the freshman again. He got it. Touchdown, Montez Moss. What a statement by Pitt on their first series of the second half. They just ran it down North Carolina's throat.
Exactly right. A lot of it was a true freshman. Montez Moss, again, contacted before the goal line, but he keeps him churning. Little spin. Big touchdown for Pitt.
James Conner, the first one out to greet him.
He likes it.
He's a great teammate, too.
You know what? With putting Moss in there now, come fourth quarter, James Conner's going to be fresh as can be, Clay.
Tyler Powell a little slow to get up. North Carolina, but the defensive end has made his way to the sideline as Chris Blewett comes on for the extra point. And the lead is 10 on the road for the Pitt Panthers. The top 2 teams in the ACC Coastal last year battling here in Chapel Hill.
It was all on the ground. Montez Moss, the true freshman, churning them, getting the tough, hard yards. Around the edge, Audrey Henderson gets the perimeter. And how about the touchdown for the true freshman? Moss finds Pater. Touchdown, Pitt.
First career touchdown for Montez Moss. The true freshman did most of the heavy lifting on that drive, which was dominant on the ground for Pitt.
Dominant. You can see that interior of the offensive line really starting to open up some holes. And Mr. Moss there, he looks a little tired, but he's feeling good about life. His first touchdown of his collegiate career.
Great start to this half for Pitt.
Man, come out, 3 and out for North Carolina, and then boom, run the football right down their throat.
Blewett kicks it into the end zone. And the Tar Heels got to find a spark. Tonight after Arkansas and Texas A&M, catch Sports Center at night with Scott Van Pelt. He'll break down the busy day the SVP way. All the news and highlights, Sports Center with SVP after college football on ESPN. Florida State will host these North Carolina Tar Heels next week. It's interesting to see how Florida State played today against South Florida. They certainly got back on track.
Bounce back, a rebound game for them as they got annihilated a week ago in Louisville by 43 points. And back on track, as you say, today against South Florida, setting up for a good matchup with the Tar Heels next week.
Dalvin Cook had a big day, 250 yards rushing.
Carolina's got to get some of the momentum back that they had heading into the half that Pittsburgh has now seized.
They're going to run it with Elijah Hood. 266 yards the first 3 games for Hood. He's been kept in check here today. Tyreek Jarrett made that tackle. Look at the rushing yards. Pitt on the ground at 159, just 15 total rush yards for the Heels.
And that's Pat Narduzzi, right? That's what he told us yesterday. We're going to stop the run. We're going to run the football.
Play fake. Trubisky over the middle. That's what Carolina can do. That's how they hurt you, through the air. Ryan Switzer found some daylight, and he gets it inside the 30-yard line. Down at the 29, a gain of 44, and they'll run up to the line to try and run with tempo again.
Switzer, these receivers seem to be the equalizer for this Pitt defense. Big-time game right there as Trubisky finds Ryan Switzer on the over route.
131 receiving for Switzer. Hood spins ahead for a gain of 4.
See Ryan Switzer right there on the over route. Nobody stays with him, out in the open field. That's when he's at his best. He's got green grass in front.
2-time All-American punt returner. We saw his first punt return called back. It went for a touchdown, but it was a penalty. There's another pass complete down at the 11-yard line. That's Bug Howard, the tallest receiver in that cadre of wideouts for North Carolina. He's 6'5", 220. He's a good-looking player. They're going quick. T.J. Logan straight ahead. He's short of the 5-yard line.
Picking up the tempo right there. Got the Pittsburgh defense on their heels, and they're going fast.
That's Trubisky. Great fake. He's going to be close to the first down. Jordan Whitehead ran him out.
Almost thought he could have scored there. He just comes inside that block. Let that block set up. Trubisky would have had 6.
Shy. And it's Logan. He lunged out. Ball came out, but they're going to rule him down. And this is going to depend on the spot whether he got the first down or not. It's the 1-yard line for the first. And they gave it to him. First down, goal to go for Carolina. And again, the tempo, since it's picked up, I don't think it's any coincidence, so is the offense. Hood in the backfield to the right of Trubisky. Trubisky to the end zone, touchdown, Austin Prohl. And Ricky Sun with the touchdown catch. That was a pretty good looking drive.
Very good looking drive. The big play to Switzer, then they can get going tempo. They can run it, they can throw it. Little boot action right there. Get Trubisky out there on the edge. And he finds Pro on a crossing route in the end zone for the touchdown.
Weiler's extra point, capping a 2-minute, 22-second drive. And again, we've got a 3-point game.
The big play here to Ryan Switzer, the over route. Nobody's in the middle of the field. Ryan Switzer loves that in open space. And then here's Trubisky finding his target, the sure-handed Pro for the touchdown. Carolina back in this one.
Tar Heels haven't lost a home game since late 2014 to North Carolina State. They've won 9 straight at home. And after the touchdown, Pitt getting it back here. Henderson from the goal line. And he is stopped short of the 20. Let's take a closer look at our Buick Drive recap. This is the last Pittsburgh touchdown drive. Very impressive on the ground. And a freshman doing it with his feet.
Rough and rugged, grinding it out. Audrey Henderson around the edge. And there he is, the true freshman. Jontez Moss will not be denied as he heads his way into the end zone.
Pat Narduzzi kind of kept him a secret this week in our talks. He didn't talk much about Jontez Moss.
Didn't show all his cards. He's a poker player.
We're starting position. Start a series for Pitt today. That reception out at the 28-yard line. Jester Leah. That's a gain of 14. Again, Pitt doing what they have to through the air.
Well, great protection right there by the offensive line. Gave Nathan Peterman all day to throw the football. Surveyed the field. Looked like he wanted to take a shot down the field with Audrey Henderson, but he settles. Jester Leah, a nice pickup on first down.
Jontez Moss back in the game. He'll take the handoff. Looking for room on that left corner. Cut it up. And he'll be stopped at the 38 by M.J. Stewart. Gain of 6. We've had 13 drives in this football game. 8 have resulted in scores, plus that safety. Defense is going to win this football game. Whoever's defense can make enough stops, that'll decide this game. It won't be the offense.
Or a turnover.
Yeah.
Either one. Find a way to get their respective offenses the ball back, create an extra possession. Another shift right there, a staple of what they do. Here comes the jet motion once again.
James Conner back in there. He's got a first down midfield. Gets free along that sideline. And he's out at the 35. A nice run for James Conner.
We told you at the onset of this game to look for this. It's jet motion. They're going to fake the jet sweep, and it's just a zone out the gate here to the left side. And you see right there, been talking about him, Dorian Johnson opened up a big hole, and James Conner gets a big run, then makes the Carolina defender pay at the end of that run.
There's 53, Dorian Johnson, the left guard. Conner again. And he's swallowed up by Cole Holcomb and company. A couple of years ago, before Conner got hurt and got sick, he rushed for 220 yards and 4 touchdowns on this very field 2 years ago.
And a losing effort, no doubt. But because of him, he is definitely no successor on this field. And with those big uglies up front, Biznavati, Dorian Johnson, Alex Officer, all left side of that line opening up big holes for this Pitt rushing attack.
Darren Hall in the game. He's number 22. But it's Trey Tipton. It's going to be close to another Pitt first down.
Trey Tipton on the carry.
This is a beautiful offense to watch.
Unless you're playing defense against it. There's so much misdirection. Talk about eye candy to where you're a defender. You're looking at things you shouldn't. Get your eyes out of place. Get you out of your gap and allows holes and seams in the defense that this Pitt offense is really taking advantage of here today. And they have been, Clay, this entire season. Nobody's been able to figure out exactly how to stop this rushing attack of Pitt so far.
Over 200 yards on the ground for the Panthers. They'll run it again. Darren Hall picks up a couple on first down. Pitt has only attempted one pass here in the second half.
it's not broke, don't fix it. I mean, this team's having a lot of success running the football, controlling this game, allowing their defense to sit over there and rest. Clearly time of possession,
which is over 30 minutes already. They averaged 34 minutes. They're already over 30. We've got the balance of the second half left to play. Here's Nathan Peterman. Fakes the pass, dives out of the way of a tackler. And he's about a yard short of the first down. So third and manageable here for the Panthers.
Right where they want to be. It's their bread and butter. 3rd and 3, 3rd and 2. See this time and time again. And it's not like they're doing anything that you wouldn't expect. Again, another time that they roll Nathan Peterman outside the pocket. They give him the run pass option. Picks up a nice gain on 2nd down. Puts him here 3rd and 1.
Got 3 red zone touchdowns already today. On 3rd and short, it's the big fullback, Aston. What a run down to the 2-yard line. He ran over 2 or 3 Carolina defenders. First down and goal, Pitt.
The fullback making Dominique Green and Carolina defenders pay. Man, lowers the boom. Get out the way.
6 foot, 245-pound sophomore from Stevens City, Virginia. Another reason to love this offense. They utilize a fullback.
Tight ends, fullbacks, again, another shift. Motion.
Penalty flag. There's been some movement here by Pittsburgh.
Ball start. Offense, number 78. 5-yard penalty. First down.
That's Alex Buxer, the right guard.
Just a little early. Wants to get off the football, move those defensive linemen out of the way. Got to hold your water. Can't get a head start.
Connor in the backfield. Solis in motion. Peterman dumps it off to Connor. Gets back to the 2. 2nd down and goal. That's Cole Holcomb, the weak side linebacker, a former walk-on who made the tackle for North Carolina. As Jones, who missed last week with a concussion, slow to get up for North Carolina. They can't afford to lose him.
One of the vocal leaders of this team, the heart and soul of that defensive line group. Haven't heard his name much today, as we've seen Pitt have a lot of success on the ground here today.
You just hope that Jones didn't take another hit to the head. Recovering from a concussion the way it is. 10th play of the drive coming up here for Pitt. That's Connor diving to the end zone. Did he get there? No indication yet. They mark him down short of the goal line. 3rd down and goal to go.
He went over the top, tried to reach it over. Arms not quite long enough for James Conner. Get a better look at it right here.
A lot of people think this guy is Superman anyway, given what he has overcome physically the last 12 months or so. Look like Superman there.
I think he is Superman. To fight back with what he's fought back from, look as good and be as productive as he is.
Peterman, touchdown Panthers. Another very impressive drive for Pitt. And Larry Fedora can't believe his defense can't make a stop.
Pitt marches right down the field once again. Get a good look at this. Peterman clearly gets over the goal line. The surge from the offensive line stretches the ball over the plane to the goal line. Another touchdown for the Pitt Panthers. Another long, methodical drive, Clay.
On the field was a touchdown. That play is under review.
I'll take another look. From what we saw, it appeared to be 6.
11 plays, covers 80 yards. I mean, these methodical drives, they just keep coming and coming and coming. North Carolina, they're a quick strike offense, big plays. We've seen a lot of that. But boy, this Pitt Panthers, they get it done in a different way. And they've been doing it all day long here in Chapel Hill today.
Boy, from that angle, it sure looked like the ball was well over the line. It comes out at the end, but it already crossed the plane.
Minute that ball crossed.
After further review, the winner of the touchdown is confirmed.
Minute that ball crosses the goal line, plays over. All it has to do is cross the front plane of that goal line. It's a touchdown. Doesn't matter if they rip it out, he fumbles. And that was the case there. Nathan Peterman caps off another nice drive for Pittsburgh.
Peterman 12 of 13 passing, 135 through the air. And he has led this offense, which has produced 227 on the ground. It is a well-oiled machine. First blew it on to attempt the extra point, but Pat Narduzzi is having an award for the officiating crew.
He's an intense guy, isn't he, Clay?
And we're seeing that reflected in his team.
They are an exact reflection of him. Tough, hard-nosed,
14 of the
football.
16 plays have been on the ground.
Yeah.
Here in the half. Blew it out of the hold of Winslow. It's good. Back to a 10-point lead.
You like physical football? We've seen it here today. The fullback lowering the shoulder, running Tar Heels over. Got a true freshman getting in the action to it. Peterman reaching the ball over the goal line for another Pitt touchdown.
Another good ball game between Pitt and North Carolina. 7 of the 10 meetings have been decided by single digits, including that game in '82. Dan Marino threw a touchdown pass. 7-6 the final. 2009, 1917 Pitt. In 14 it was a close ball game. North Carolina won that one, and then in 15, 26-19 the final, as the Heels went to Heinz Field and snapped Pitt's 4-game winning streak. First step to an 8-0 regular season for Carolina as they won the ACC Coastal. Now this game very much could decide the division champion, who represents the Coastal in the ACC title.
It decided it last year. I mean, this was the first place team in Carolina in the Coastal, the second place team in Pitt. Carolina beat them, as we just saw on the graphic. And boy, this game right here, you got to feel like it's got huge implications. Who wins this Coastal Division this year?
Trubisky and the Carolina offense will take over at the 25 when we come back after the studio update from Brendan.
Clay, we'll go back to South Bend, where Duke with a 7-point lead on Notre Dame, but the Irish threatening. Josh Adams around the right side, makes a move, breaks a tackle, stretches for the goal line. It's a tie game in South Bend in the third quarter. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Brendan. Big games going on today. Florida, Tennessee, Penn State, Michigan going head-to-head right now in the Big Ten. Carolina down 10 one more time. They've been behind the entire game. Trubisky on target again to Switzer. Great move. Dancing like Fred Astaire gets the first down. Look at those jitterbug moves.
I don't know who's better, Switzer's on the field or yours up here in the booth as you try to mimic him. Look at him. Boy, he can make a guy miss in a short space. Ryan Switzer, big day today for the senior wide receiver.
Does anybody even know who Fred Astaire is anymore? That's a
Might have dated yourself
reference.
there.
Yes, I did. Play fake. Trubisky going to the right side deep. And caught at the 21 by Pro. ...44-yard pickup.
Ball couldn't have been thrown any better. Perfect placement. As we talked with Trubisky yesterday, said Austin Proehl, the best route runner and the best hands on the team.
We've had 2 incompletions in this game, 1 from each quarterback. Now Trubisky wants to run. He'll get a handful. Trubisky is 17 of 18, has just gone over 300 yards, 3 touchdowns. Peterman 12 of 13 for Pitt, 135 through the air.
The efficiency for Mitch Trubisky is just off the charts. Comes in just under 75% completion, and boy, he's having a heck of a ball game here today.
No penalty flag. Trubisky under pressure, got rid of it, incomplete. Boy, Pitt was very close to being offside. And I think that's what the crowd is booing about. They thought there should have been a marker.
I thought they got Juan Price trying to jump the gun there. A little bit of movement there off the left side. Sorry, wasn't Juan Price. Rory Blair. Guess they said he got back. Good job by Mitch Trubisky evading the rush, getting the ball out of his hand.
Timeout here in Chapel Hill. Pitt has 2 remaining. 1:13 to go here in the 3rd quarter. 10-point lead for Pitt. A catch moments ago by Ricky's son, Austin Proehl. His dad spent 17 years in the NFL as a wide receiver. I think he learned a little bit from Pops.
I think he's based off Mitch Trubisky's scouting report. He's a mirror image of his dad. Catching the ball with his hand, securing it as he goes to the ground. Big time play right there.
Heels down 10. They're driving 3rd down and 7. Big play out of the injury timeout. Incomplete. Trubisky under a lot of pressure again that time. He hasn't had many incompletions today, just the 3rd. And the field goal unit will come out.
It's big time right there by Pittsburgh. Getting off the field on 3rd down. Get some pressure. Mitch Trubisky thought he got a little bit gun shy in there. Got rid of the ball a little quicker than he wanted to.
Here's Nick Weiler. He has hit a 34-yarder already tonight. Out of the hold of man, Gilly. No, he pushed it to the right. And more points left on the field by North Carolina.
In a close game like this, you've got to come away with points in that situation. But on the flip side of that, Pitt finds a way to get the stop, force the field goal, and keep that 10-point lead intact. It's a big stop right there. Remember we talked, partner, about stops. The defense can come up with them. Probably the team that's going to find a way to win this game. That's the 2nd stop now for this Pitt defense in the 2nd half.
The life of a kicker. Makes one from 34, another yard further this time, and he missed it. And it stays a 10-point difference. That's a big stop for the Pitt defense.
Huge.
From the 20, 1st down, play fake. Peterman, easy completion to Audrey Henderson. And he gets to the 24-yard line. Let's take a look at this week's AP poll, brought to us by Northwestern Mutual. Well, Louisville will be at Marshall later tonight. They've been the big story in the ACC. Clemson beat Georgia Tech earlier this week in Atlanta, 26-7. Fairly easy for the Tigers on Thursday night. And of course, Louisville, Clemson next week. It's going to be epic.
Big game next week. You hate for Louisville to look ahead with Marshall tonight, but man, setting up for a marquee matchup in the ACC.
Henderson. And he'll get one. It'll be 3rd down and about 4 coming up. That's going to be big for the ACC. It's going to be big for the Heisman because everybody's going to be looking at Lamar Jackson.
And Deshaun Watson. Let's not forget about him. A guy who had an unbelievable year last year. Seems like he's starting to come alive. Definitely that Clemson Tiger defense led by my former defensive coordinator, Brent Venables. They're coming alive. Man, that's going to be a big game next week there in Death Valley.
And this is a big one. in the ACC Coastal. Season opener for Pitt and North Carolina, and the Panthers like how this is playing out heading to the fourth quarter. 33-23 Pittsburgh leading as we go to the fourth quarter here in Chapel Hill. The Pitt game plan has been executed to perfection, Dusty.
Run the football. You see the 228 yards. Stop the run. North Carolina wanted to be balanced. They haven't been. They picked it up down the football field on the arm of Mitch Trubisky, but so far, so good for the game plan of the Pitt Panthers. And third down, Pitt's been great on it, 10 of 13. Big one right here.
Third down and 4 to start the quarter. Peterman incomplete. Just his second incompletion of the ball game. And the Panthers will have to kick. That's the first possession of this ball game where they did not get into Carolina territory.
Just kind of tells the story, the impact this Pittsburgh offense has had today. And this man right here would love to redeem the penalty. When the game started, he took a punt back for a touchdown. It was negated by a holding call. One of the best that's ever done it, returning punts right here. Ryan Switzer.
He's standing at the 30-yard line. Ryan Winslow with the punt. High boomer backing Switzer to the 20. Switzer finally cuts it up. Good coverage by the Panthers. A 53-yard kick, a return of maybe a yard. Well, Guinness is limping toward the sideline. Was down there in coverage. Now here's Mitch Trubisky, ready to lead this offense again. He has looked good today, very efficient. But his team is down 10.
He's going to need to continue to be efficient, find his targets, and complete some passes down the field. We haven't seen this Carolina Tar Heel offense run the football well.
They're going to try and run it with Elijah Hood. They stretch him out toward that far sideline. Terrish Webb, the free safety, comes up, and that's going to be a loss of a yard and a half. This run defense has been off the charts.
There's just nowhere to go. They're aggressive. They're downhill. They penetrate with their line. They play their safeties up.
Trubisky on the run, flips it out to the right side. That's Austin Kroll. Catch and run takes him to the 30-yard line. There's Webb on the stop. That's a gain of 8, so third down and manageable here for North Carolina.
Kroll's starting to really come into his own in this offense here in the second half. He had the touchdown grab, the big catch. Trubisky spreading the wealth around to his receivers.
Woods in the backfield. They will throw. That was a poor throw. We haven't seen many from either quarterback today. Tried to hook up with Switzer. 4th and 2.
Back-to-back third downs. We've seen the ball seem to come out of Trubisky's hand quickly.
The crowd getting a little uneasy.
He had his man, too. He had Switzer out there. Quick little out route. He throws it in the dirt. Doesn't give his wide receiver an opportunity to make a play on the ball.
We talked about Switzer and his brilliance on special teams as a return man. Don't underestimate what Audrey Henderson, the sophomore out of Delaware, can do. Just the second punt today for Tom Sheldon. Play clock down to 2. They better get the snap off. It's a high snap. Sheldon handles it just fine. Fair catch called for at the 31. That's where Pitt will have it, leading by double digits with 13:45 to go here in Chapel Hill. During the week, maybe, then you and I could be the wedding crashers.
Yeah.
We had to work today.
Come on, Mr. Borghetti.
Miss you, EJ. We'll see you next week. Handoff to James Conner. Running back for Pitt. It's been one of the great stories in college football.
Remember what I said to you earlier? We saw the true freshman, Shantez Moss, getting the carries in the third quarter. Allows this man right here to be fresh come fourth quarter. When that defense is tired, been on the field a lot.
He's got a full tank now.
Exactly. And you got to get a steady dose of that tank.
Just think about all of the physical abuse his body has taken the last couple.
But you know what?
Years.
Takes a lick and keeps on ticking.
There's that jet sweep. Audrey Henderson, first down, tiptoes along the sideline, stays in bounds. Another gashing run by the Pitt ground game. Audrey Henderson scampers for 37 yards. And this North Carolina defense, Dusty, looks tired.
Tired, gassed. They're getting beat up today. And here it is again. The jet sweep. Henderson gets the edge. The cornerback not able to make the play. Des Lawrence allows him to get to the sidelines. Another big run of this Pittsburgh offense.
Henderson now over 100 yards rushing. And it's Connor again. Trying to get to the outside. He's wrestled down by Stewart, the cornerback. Well, if Pitt can get another touchdown here, I'm not saying this thing is over because we've seen North Carolina's offense score quickly today.
Right.
With that said, that would be a real punch in the gut to these Tar Heels.
There's no question. They've got to find a way to get a stop here, force a field goal, take the ball away. A touchdown right here. You're right, partner. Game's not over, but man, you go up 17 in the fourth quarter, it's tough sledding.
Connor. Third down and fairly long as Andre Smith makes the tackle. Keep in mind as the clock winds down here that Pitt has never beaten North Carolina as a member of the ACC. They're 0-3 against the Tar Heels, and it was the loss last year on their home field to North Carolina that kept them from winning the ACC Coastal.
Talked about how impactful, important this game is. The winner of this has the upper hand in that Coastal Division. Obviously Miami, a little resurgent under Mark Richt, but this game with huge implications, and this third down right here for the Pitt offense, as big as there's been in this game.
Try and pass for it. Incomplete. Intended for Orndorff, the tight end. Fourth down, and the kicking unit will come out. Chris Blewett. This is certainly within his range. He hit a 50-yarder in the first quarter. This will be from 40.
Gene Chiswick's got to be happy with his defense. Brought the blitz right there from the field. Forces the quick throw, the incompletion. Gets his defense off the field.
He's been impressive today. Chris Blewett 2 for 2. 3 more points on the board for Pitt. It's now 36-23 with just over 11 to go.
Pittsburgh with another long drive, but Carolina able to find a way to get a stop and force the Pitt field goal.
Larry Fedora led the Tar Heels to an 11-3 record last year, their first double-digit win season since '97. This is the start of the toughest portion of the schedule. After this one, they're at FSU next week, host Virginia Tech, then at Miami. So to lose this game to Pitt, and with what they have coming up, it's going to be real tough for them if they can't come back in this game to get any momentum for those big games ahead.
That's why we knew this game was so crucial for Carolina and for Pitt. When you look at that October, man, it is tough sled in the next 3 weeks for this Tar Heel football team.
No time left on the clock. TJ Logan trying to give him good field position, but only gets to the 20. Now let's find out how Florida-Tennessee is going with Brendan.
It's getting interesting in Knoxville, Clay. It was 21-0 Florida at one point, 21-10 here, but Josh Dobbs back to pass Ethan Wolf. Nice grab from 20 yards out. It is a 4-point game, still in the third quarter. Back to you.
All right, so the Vols on their home field have cut it to 4.
Trying to stop the streak, man. Florida's won 11 straight, where Tennessee's had their number. You think about the games they really blew in fourth quarters last year. If they could come back and win this, what that would do for Butch Jones and this team would be tremendous.
They need a big win, no doubt.
So does Carolina here today.
Down 13. 2 scores is nothing for this offense. They've scored quickly today. All their touchdowns have been through the air. Trubisky to the outside, the switcher, makes a man miss. Stiff arm, won't get back to the line of scrimmage. That was Avonte Maddox, who they've been picking on today, who actually ran him out.
To the safety, Terrace Webb come up right here, force the issue with Switzer. Switzer makes a miss. And then, as you said, Clay, Avonte Maddox, really nice job by the corner, forcing him out for the loss on first down.
Maddox struggled last week. So did Terrence Webb and the rest of that secondary. Holding their own as much as they can in this one. Trubisky in trouble. There's Price. Third sack for Pittsburgh today.
We saw Price today on the first play of Pittsburgh defensively. He gets the safety, and here he is coming off the edge. Juan Price, great first step. You see the dip and the rip. Mitch Trubisky got nowhere to go as he takes another sack.
Injuries the first 3 years at Pitt for Price. He's really come on since staying healthy. Switzer on that catch. Fourth down. North Carolina's going to have to punt again.
With his Pitt defense coming to his own now.
Oh, Narduzzi must have a warm, fuzzy feeling inside. This is his side of the football, even though he's the head coach. Defense is what this guy's all about.
Go back to Michigan State. Built a monster there in East Lansing. He's trying to do the same thing here in Pittsburgh. He's telling his defense to watch the fake. Man, another big-time stop right there by this Pitt defense.
Third punt for Sheldon. He will kick it away. Henderson from the 29. Penalty marker down. A couple of 47-yard punt by Sheldon. Minimal return there for Henderson, who's a little ginger coming up.
During the return, illegal block in the back, number 21 return team, 10-yard penalty, first down.
All right, so a 10-yard penalty against Pittsburgh, but they have it in their control, and they have done a masterful job controlling the football. Narduzzi's defense does it again. Coming up tonight on ABC, Christian McCaffrey and the Stanford Cardinal taking on UCLA. 8 Eastern time, 5 Pacific. Some other big games going on tonight. Arkansas, Texas A&M, LSU at Auburn. That's a big one for both head coaches. Programs in the SEC too. Pittsburgh leading by 13. 9 and change to go. They're going to run the football with Shantez Moss. A gain of 2. Let's go to the studio update on Duke Notre Dame.
Yeah, Clay, the rivals the rivals of North Carolina, I should say, in this ballgame tied at 28, but Deshaun Kaiser now has more than 360 yards passing, finds Equanimous St. Brown for the go-ahead touchdown in the fourth quarter. Back to you.
All right, thanks, Brendan. Notre Dame's got the lead there. Here in Chapel Hill, Pitt, which has been grinding all day on the ground. Trying to burn up as much clock as they can here in the fourth quarter. Second down and 8. They'll run it. That's Henderson. A couple more. The time of possession has been lopsided since the midway point of the first quarter, really.
Well, the first quarter is 14.5 minutes to 30 seconds. So Pittsburgh clearly got off to a good start, and that's continued throughout the course of this game. Look at that stat, Clay. Almost 38 minutes to just over 13. Wow. Pittsburgh just dominating time possession here today. And a third down right here, Clay, where Gene Chizik's defense has got to find a way to get off the field. Saw him pressure the last third down. Feel like he's come with pressure here again.
They'll rush 6. Peterman got it out of his hand, but it's incomplete. Only the second 3 and out forced by this Carolina defense today, but it comes at a big time because they have to get the football back.
Had to get the ball back right there to give their offense an opportunity to get back in this football game. We see Gene Chizik bringing pressure from the boundary right there. Brought the corner, Des Lawrence.
Pitt has done a pretty good job containing this guy today.
Yes, they have. Outside of the initial return that was negated by a penalty. Been fantastic on Switzer.
Third punt for Ryan Winslow. And the junior sends it to the 40-yard line. That's where it's fielded by Switzer, and he takes it into Panthers territory. I'm going to mark him at the 46. We step aside with 7.5 to go here in Chapel Hill. It's a 13-point difference. North Carolina went undefeated at home last year and won the ACC Coastal. In the ACC opener for these two this year, North Carolina down 13 points late in the ballgame. Big drive that starts in Pitt territory. It's T.J. Logan, and that's a first down play. To the 34-yard line of Pitt, Ryan Lewis bumped him out.
Little swing pass out to the do-it-all running back, T.J. Logan. Nice pickup there on first down to move the sticks.
And again, Carolina going with tempo. They've been at their best today when they have. Trubisky going deep downfield for Howard. Overshot him by a couple of yards. The crowd wanting a flag, but there was none thrown, and I don't think there should have been.
Totally agree. Ball was thrown too far past the outstretched hands of the wide receiver, Bug Howard.
It was Ryan Lewis in the coverage.
They're upset about he tackles him at the end, but to me, it's after the ball has already hit the ground.
So second down and 10 now for Carolina. Trubisky wanting to throw again. Backpedaling, had time. And that one's going to be incomplete. Out of bounds. Jordan Cunningham, that's the first time he's been targeted today. So now a 3rd and long for North Carolina on a possession where they can't afford to come up empty. They've had 3 straight empty possessions.
This is 2 down territory for Carolina right here. And a couple of guys to keep an eye on. Got to find Ryan Switzer. And in a situation like this, and also watch out for the pass rusher, Juan Price, working on the inside.
Things whistle good. A false start.
False start. 84. Offense. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
That's a killer. Bug Howard, the receiver. Pitt defense has forced 3 straight empty North Carolina possessions, 2 straight 3-and-outs. Trying to get off the field here on 3rd and 15. Now timeout. Pitt using their 2nd timeout with 7:01 to go.
Coach Narduzzi making sure he gets what he wants defensively. Passion on his face.
The trenches, I know that's your favorite part of the field. You know, the D-line, the O-line. That brings us to Dusty's dudes.
That's right. We're looking for dudes out here on game day. One of the dudes so far, the left guard, Dorian Johnson. We've seen him paving holes, opening things up all day. The offensive guard opening up for James Conner. And then the defensive end, Juan Price. First play defensively of the day. Comes inside, gets the safety to set the tone for this football team. And then here later, big down on 2nd down. Great job getting off the football, gets the rip up, gets the sack. Led the ACC in sacks coming into today and tackles for loss. 2 tackles for loss and a sack today for Juan Price. And Dorian Johnson, the all-ACC offensive lineman, been integral in Pitt's success running the football here today. There's our guy right there, Juan Price.
3rd and 15. Caught short of the first down is Switzer. About 3-4 yards. Jordan Whitehead made the stop. So now 4th down. And Larry Fedora will keep that offense out on the field. They've got to, with 6:40 to go and the clock running.
It's go time right here for the North Carolina Tar Heels. Mitch Trubisky's got to find somebody. Expect pressure here from Pitt.
Timeout. And Pitt just used its last timeout. Let's get another Duke Notre Dame update with Brendan.
Clay, if Carolina fans like the last one, they might not like this one as much. Daniel Jones is the freshman quarterback for the Blue Devils. He's now close to 300 yards passing, but 3 touchdowns as he finds Anthony Nash, and they are tied once again in South Bend at 35. Back to you.
It's going to be a great finish there. This could be an interesting finish here. It's a 13-point difference now. 4th and 3 coming up for North Carolina. Trubisky and the offense appeared ready to stay out there for the 4th down.
Oh, this is go time. There's no question they're going for it right here. You got to think run is out of the playbook. They have not had any success today running the football. Buster just 26 yards in this Pitt defense, a staple of what Pat Narduzzi wants to do. So it's going to be up to the arm of Mitch Trubisky. And he's missed on 3rd downs these last 3 drives. Biggest down of the game so far for North Carolina right here.
No doubt Pitt's defense in the second half has been the difference in this game.
Yes, no, I totally agree. Finding a way to get off the field on 3rd downs. The guy I always say in spots like this, Clay, watch out for this man, Ryan Switzer. He's the go-to guy.
Trubisky got it to Switzer. Did he get it? Ooh, that's not a favorable spot for North Carolina. We'll see if they measure or if they just give it to him outright. He got it. Huge conversion on 4th down for North Carolina.
He's right there in the slot. It's a quick out. Very tough to defend right there. Easy pitch and catch for Mitch Trubisky to his always reliable Ryan Switzer out of the slot.
Great effort there by Whitehead to try and stop his momentum, but he got enough to get the 1st down. 6 minutes to go. Carolina down 2 scores. Trubisky downfield. Nice catch. Austin Kroll inside the 5. 1st down, goal to go, North Carolina. Gain of 20.
Juan Price was barreling down. He had the edge. Trubisky gets the ball out just in time for the big 1st down.
No time to waste. Back on the line. Trubisky hands off to Hood. He is going to be hit at the line of scrimmage. Picks up 1. Shakir Soto.
He's had a nice ball game today.
Yeah, he's been very active stopping ball carriers. 2nd down and goal to go. Lobs it to the end zone. Howard! Contact and a marker down. Touchdown, North Carolina.
Pass interference. Defense number 38. For David Klein. Touchdown.
They go to the big guy.
Well, that's what you do. You utilize somebody's size when there's a mismatch, and Bug Howard at 6'5", 210 pounds. Mismatch up against just about anybody on the outside.
And now the Pitt lead is just 6 with 5:24 to go.
And you see here, use the body. It's like a basketball player boxing someone out. Bug Howard, the big target for Mitch Trubisky, just throws it up, lets the wide receiver do the work. A nice little box out for the Carolina touchdown.
4th different wideout to catch a touchdown pass today for Mitch Trubisky. Collins, Switzer, Kroll, and now Howard. That one's huge. Only down 6, and there's plenty of time left in this football game.
Absolutely, especially as we see North Carolina, the ability to move the ball so quickly, quick strike it down the field. You'd be remiss not to go back and look at the 4th and 3 as they go to Ryan Switzer to extend the drive, allow that to happen. But it's time for Gene Chizik and his defense to step up, get another stop here. If North Carolina is going to have an opportunity to get the ball back and try to take the lead in this game.
Pitt has racked up 419 yards of total offense. 279 on the ground. We were talking to Gene Chizik. He said we've got to hold Pittsburgh under its season average by about 25% of what they're used to getting. That would be 180 yards. Well, they've given up 279 on the ground. This will be a key drive here for Pitt. Can they keep control of the football? We'll find out in a moment. Pittsburgh 10 drives.
Just 2 3-and-outs here today.
They've been a ball control offense today. Can they do it and chew up some clock? Trying to get out of Chapel Hill with a win in the conference opener. James Conner on first down. Give him 3.5.
Des Lawrence, the corner, coming in. Knifing through, making a nice tackle there in the open field.
Conner now 15 carries, 67 yards. There's Gene Chizik. There's been a lot of pressure on his defense here the first few weeks.
They stepped up here in the fourth quarter and given North Carolina an opportunity to stay in this football game.
Said they were soft as butter after the James Madison game. They need to harden up here. Second down. Conner dumped behind the line of scrimmage. Here come the Tar Heels. There's Nas Jones and Aaron Crawford. We thought Nas Jones was out of this game.
Great to see him show up and step up, playing the other side of the football, getting up the field. Him and Aaron Crawford allowing nowhere to go for the Pitt running attack.
Jones left the game earlier, went to the locker room. He was checked out. We thought he might be done for the day. Good to see him back.
How about this Carolina crowd getting on their feet, trying to help their defense out.
And Jones coming back from a concussion.
I expect pressure right here from Carolina.
Fourth down.
Elected not to bring pressure. They play coverage. See Des Lawrence hurt right there as he comes in as the initial contactor, lowers his head. Got to keep that head up. Then the convoy comes and wrestles James Conner to the ground. Force another fourth down.
It's Carolina defense, which said it was embarrassed last week by an FCS opponent, has just forced a second straight 3-and-out, and now Ryan Switzer goes back to return a punt. He could tie this game up in a matter of seconds. 7 career punt return touchdowns.
We've seen him today make big play after big play. He can start and stop with the best of them in the country, a fearless punt returner. And all he needs is a little creak, partner. Little crease, and he's out the gate.
Don't forget how this game started. He had what appeared to be a punt return touchdown. It was called back because of a block in the back by Ratliff Williams. The next punt return touchdown for Switzer will tie an NCAA record held by Wes Welker of Texas Tech and Antonio Perkins, your former teammate at Oklahoma.
Yeah, played against Wes, and Antonio's my teammate. Both great punt returners to watch, but man, this kid Ryan Switzer, as good as I've ever watched.
North Carolina wants a timeout. They have 2 remaining. Interesting timeout call here.
I don't know.
Once they take that, we talk about this. Arkansas, Texas A&M coming up tonight at 9 Eastern time. Speaking of the SEC, let's get an update on Florida, Tennessee. Brendan.
Clay, it was 21-17 when we last updated you. Josh Dobbs threw a touchdown to make it 24-21. They got the ball back, throws another one to Josh Malone, and Tennessee is putting it on Florida. 31 unanswered points in the fourth quarter.
Wow, they were slow starting tonight, but they've got it going now, and maybe that streak finally comes to an end.
And I'll tell you, go back to the Appalachian State game when they were down, looked like they were going to lose, but they fought back. They did something they couldn't do last year. They found a way to win, and it looks like that might be the case here again today against Florida.
4th punt for Winslow. All eyes on Ryan Switzer, number 3 in Carolina blue. Fair catch. Anticlimactic, but a safe play in that situation.
Safe play. It looked like he had some room to work with there. He likes to go with the fair catch. I'm still wondering why the timeout. Seems like a mismanage of your timeouts at You're under 4 minutes right here. Those things are crucial.
Well, Trubisky the last couple of games has been very efficient. 84% through the air, over 800 yards. Look at what he's done in this one. 370, 4 touchdowns. Hasn't missed very many passes, and he still hasn't been intercepted
this entire season. It's pretty tremendous what he's been able to do. And like a pitcher with a no-hitter, he would like us not to talk about the streak.
He hasn't had an interception since 2014, a Carolina record for passes consecutively without a pick. He's complete there to Kroll, Austin Kroll across the 40. Carolina down a touchdown. Clock moving, 3:22 to go. Low snap, Trubisky comes up, got rid of it quickly, behind Kroll, incomplete. So now 3rd down and 6. Again, the winner of this game gets a foothold in the ACC Coastal Division.
3rd down is a money down for everybody. It's been very good to Pitt so far this season coming in. Converting at 71% of the time. Watch out for this man in 3rd down situation, Ryan Switzer.
Trubisky flushed out of the pocket. Rory Blair was in hot pursuit. Trubisky made something out of it, but he's short on the 1st down. Shane Roy, big number 93, escorted him out. There is a marker down. We'll see what this is about.
Here in the run, illegal block in the back for the 75 offense. 10-yard penalty, 3rd down.
Bentley Spain, the left tackle.
Costly penalty right there by North Carolina. A shove in the back. Trubisky takes the corner. Backs up this North Carolina offense. It does give them an extra down.
I was going to say it almost works.
Yeah.
It almost works to their advantage.
With the way this offense is, quick strike, big play, I would agree.
Trubisky to the outside. There's Kroll, caught it at the 40. Still well short of the 1st down marker, but they're going for it anyway.
2 down territory right here, about the same situation they would have been in. Get the yardage back that was lost. And the block in the back. Play of the game here, partner.
I was going to say, this could be it. Elijah Hood to the left of Trubisky.
Showing pressure by the Pitt D.
They need the 47-yard line. Trubisky got rid of it. Complete into Pitt territory. Who else but Ryan Switzer? A gain of 15, and the drive continues.
Well, when you need a play, you just go to this man. Great throw, great catch, big time on 4th down.
Trubisky gets rid of it again. Switzer almost stepped out of the tackle by Teresh Webb. It'll be a gain of about 5. Timeout, North Carolina. They have 1 left. 2:16 to go. Well, we heard from Larry Fedora this week. He said, I want to find out at the end of this game what my team's identity is. I want to see consistency in all 3 phases. I don't think we've seen that here tonight. And I want to see max effort. I think he can check off 2 of those. We're starting to find the identity, especially here in the 2nd half. They've been chasing it all game, but this could be the game-winning drive at the end of it all.
He said, today we're going to find out who we are as a football team, which direction we're going to go. He actually referenced last season, the same spot, the 4th game. They played Georgia Tech, the first ACC game. They go down 14-0, and they fight back. Remember today? Down 12-0. It didn't look good even to start the 4th quarter, but they keep chipping away. They keep fighting. That's what he wanted to see out of his football team. And you're exactly right. We're starting to see that identity of this North Carolina Tar Heel team formed here this evening in Chapel Hill.
Showing a lot of character. Out of the timeout, a 2nd down and 6. This Pitt defense has been so good here in the 2nd half. They have another stop in them. Trubisky looking to the sideline. A lot of time on the play clock. Mitch to the outside. Contact. Fans want a flag. Carolina sideline wants a flag. None thrown. And Larry Fedora is ready to come unglued.
Coach Fedora not happy, Clay. Ooh.
Ryan Lewis covering the receiver, and well, there could have been a flag.
Got there a little bit early.
Could have been a flag.
Yeah, could have thrown it.
Very easily. 3rd down and 6. Trubisky under pressure. Incomplete. 4th down. Dare I say it again, here comes the ball game.
Mitch Trubisky doing a nice job buying himself some time. His offensive line blocking. Nobody could come open down the field. Had a chance at Austin Prohl, but the pass sailed wide and out of bounds.
Was Price wearing football pants or bicycle shorts?
It's all the same. I don't like to have too much on your legs and your defensive lineman. You know who I'm going with here to circle, Clay?
Let me guess.
There's no question. It's Ryan Switzer. Converted 2 4th downs already here in the 4th quarter.
Trubisky has a man open. It's Prohl, caught. Kept his feet in bounds. Now they pick on Avonte Maddox again. 1st down, North Carolina.
Boy, he told us yesterday, Mitch Trubisky, best hands on the team. You see him again, catch the ball, drag the foot. Big time. They're on 4th down.
Under 2 minutes to go. Carolina still has a timeout. Trubisky hit, falls down. Huge sack by Salim Brightwell. We'll see if Larry Fedora calls the timeout. Indeed, he does. 4th sack of the ball game by Pat Narduzzi's Pitt defense.
Pitt very aggressive in what they like to do. You see the blitz coming. Gets there right there off the edge. See Elijah Hood. Allows him to come through. Big sack right there by Brightwell on 1st down.
Narduzzi, the architect of 4 straight top 10 defenses at Michigan State. There have been some holes in the pass defense for Pitt here in the first few weeks. I think we've seen some improvements in that area a little bit today, but certainly the run defense has needed no improvement.
The run defense has been off the charts today. North Carolina just 16 yards rushing. But Trubisky in this passing attack over 400 yards. Back-to-back weeks. Josh Conklin's secondary, the defensive coordinator at Pitt, he's not going to be happy. But I'll tell you what, he can find a way to get a stop right here. He'll be all smiles after this one.
Josh Conklin was telling you and I that, you know, Narduzzi is hands-on during the week when it comes to the game plan for the defense. Very hands-off during the game. It's his baby.
Narduzzi, you know, does a great job being involved in the game plan throughout the week, getting his hands on it, collaborating with all his coaches. But when it's game day, it's Josh Conklin. Pitt looking for answers here on this crucial drive at the end of the game.
They bring pressure on 2nd and 21. Ooh. Empty backfield, Trubisky. Here comes the rush, dumps it off to Switzer, and he's tackled from behind by Shakir Soto again. So now 3rd down and long.
It's great hustle by Soto right there. Getting out of the stack, the slip screen. They Switzer to the outside receiver, brought it underneath. Soto from the defensive tackle spot, hustling, making the play.
Can't stop the clock. Both teams out of timeouts. 1:23 to go. 3rd and 16, Trubisky. Boy, that was nearly jumped by Whitehead. Caught, but 4th down. Well short where they need to be. They need the 18-yard line. And remember, North Carolina 2 for 2 on this drive on 4th down. 4th and 9. Trubisky, pressure off the edge. Pass complete to Switzer. Oh! The guy's unconscious. They'll stop the clock to move the sticks. And a man is down for Pittsburgh. It's Shakir Soto. And how about Ryan Switzer? They needed 9, he gets 10.
It's been special today. He's the go-to guy in a tight space, so it's good coverage. Comes to the inside, then works back out. Little option route. Trubisky throws it high and away, and Switzer climbs a ladder. And to sit down right there, work back away from the defender. Switzer puts it up where only he can catch it, and the sure-handed receiver, the senior, comes down with another catch. You asked me earlier, partner, if he is a Sunday player, if he's got a chance at the next level. That's why he does. Those tight windows, those short routes.
16 catches, 208 yards receiving for Switzer today. There's only been one time he hasn't come up with the pass thrown his way.
He's been tremendous. The go-to guy, Mitch Trubisky, spreading the football over the field. Third, fourth down now of this drive play. I think the fourth of the quarter.
You talk about character, you talk about finding an identity.
Man.
If they can get in the end zone here, they'll be looking back on this game for a while.
And how about this man, Mitch Trubisky, starting to make a name for himself and what he's all about.
First down at 10, 44 seconds to go. Can't stop the clock. Trubisky pumps, throws to the end zone. Play! Incomplete. And he's hobbling a bit. Either way, a career day for both Switzer and Trubisky. 438 passing for Mitch. That's coming off a career day against James Madison. Second and 10. Complete again. It's Bug Howard. First down and goal. Stop the clock again to move the chains. 31 seconds to go. And another player is down for Pittsburgh. And then it's Rory Blair.
And that helps out North Carolina. They don't have to waste it down to snap it and spike it. Clock stops with the player injury. They can come over here, talk to their coaches, get together a play or two plays that they want. And then they can go out there and run their offense with no timeouts left to spare for either team with 31 to play.
It's the second time Rory Blair has been injured. He's able to come back into the game. One time. I hope he can get up again. All right, let's talk strategy here. First down goal to go for North Carolina. They don't have any timeouts. A half minute to play.
I'm sure Coach Fedora is just saying, this fun, boys? Breathe. Just relax. They work on these plays all the time. Short field. What plays they like to go to, what works. Boy, you got to think with what Ryan Switzer, the mismatch he creates, and in such small space, his ability to shake defenders. Be surprised if he's not a guy they target here coming up.
Blair appears to be okay. Let's get a quick update in the studio.
Hey, Clay, coming up next, Stephen Taylor, a beast on defense for Houston. 5.5 sacks already this season. This game will kick on ESPN3, the Watch ESPN app, if you're not done yet there. Go back to you.
All right, Brendan, thank you very much. Clock moving again. There's Bug Howard. They go to him. Incomplete. That was Ryan Lewis and Howard, that mismatch you were talking about earlier.
And went right back to the last touchdown from about the exact same spot. Jump ball. Trubisky's got to put the ball up higher to let his bigger wide receiver go up and get it.
Hood on the run. They've got to hurry up. Soto makes the tackle. Can't stop the clock. 10 seconds to go. Gotta hurry. Field goal does him no good. Need the end zone. Could be the last play. Pass. Caught! Howard! Touchdown! And a marker.
Technical try.
North Carolina has trailed all game. Tied at 36. Extra point pending. Nick Weiler. Good, but there is a flag down. Carolina leads for the first time tonight.
They run it on second down. The clock's rolling. They get on it. They snap it. Mitch Trubisky throws it up, lets his big target, Bug Howard, play a little hoops, box out, and go get it. And he grabs it with one hand. The left hand goes up, gets a paw on it, brings it to his body. Touchdown Carolina, takes the lead with 2 seconds to play. That is what Larry Fedora was talking about when he was searching for an identity and the character of this Tar Heel football team, partner.
Come back, take the lead, 37-36, 2 ticks left on the clock. You got a guy with a 40-inch vertical leap, and you're in that situation. Pretty obvious you're going that way.
Throw it up, let him go make a play. And Bug Howard did just that. We saw it on first down. Ball wasn't thrown high enough. Mitch Trubisky did not make that mistake twice. Puts the ball up in the air. Bug Howard comes down with it. Place is rocking here at Chapel Hill right now.
Second touchdown of the game for Howard. And now North Carolina has to be careful here on the return. Keep it out of the hands of Henderson. They pitch it back to Henderson. He gets it anyway. He's dangerous. To the 20. Gets to the sideline. Henderson to midfield. Finally run down. And North Carolina with a come-from-behind win in the ACC opener. That final drive, very impressive. 3 for 3 on 4th down were the Tar Heels.
Mitch Trubisky, ice water running through his veins. He finds Switzer right here on a big 4th down. Another 4th down. Let's go to Austin Prohl on the other side. Drags the foot. Hey, 4th down, why not? Let's go to Switzer. And they need a play to be made. Throw it up and let Bug Howard go get it.
A lot of heroes in this comeback win for North Carolina, but Trubisky, 35 of 46, 454 through the air, and 5 touchdown passes, including the game winner to Howard. Once again, the final score, North Carolina 37, Pitt 36. Up next, more ESPN College Football, Houston and Texas State.